excited to share some little brain toys that I have for you today in my bag of happies. One brain toy that I wanted to share with you is this one made with a swim noodle. So you can purchase these swim noodles at dollar stores, and a lot of them are on sale now. And if you cut them into about 9-inch sections and you pass these out to the children, first of all, you have to give them time just to mess with it. And then when you say Statue of Liberty, they have to stand still and hold it like this. So let them have a lot of fun just messing around with it. And then you can put on some music and they can hold it with both hands and they can follow along with you as you cross the midline and make different movements. I'm sure most of you feel like I do, that children are spending way too much time sitting in front of a screen, and we need to give them opportunities to move in acceptable ways. And so these little brain toys are ways to give their brain and their little bodies a break during the day and let them get rid of some of the wiggles. Now you can also use these little noodles for children who would have sensory integration issues. They're a really good brush, and they can put these on the floor and they can roll on them, and it's like a self-massage. You can also use these for invisible writing. So the children hold these and they can practice making the pre-writing strokes in the air. They can practice making shapes. They can practice making letters. The older children can practice writing sight words or spelling words. And anytime we have children do things with big movements, it's a good way to put it in the brain. Another brain toy I wanted to share with you today is this one, and this is so simple. You can buy little juggling scarves, or just go to the fabric store and buy some inexpensive netting and cut them into little squares, and the children can just throw these up and then they can catch them, or they can play toss with a friend, or they can throw from one hand to the next hand. Anytime we cross this midline for a brain break, that is a good thing for the brain and helps make those connections up there. Another thing that you can do with this is, if you just have one of these, or you can even take a paper towel and throw it up in the air and tell the children they can dance around and act crazy, and when the scarf hits the ground, they have to freeze. So you throw it up, and then they have to freeze. When children freeze, that helps them with that self-regulation, that self-control, part of the executive function. So any of those dance games where they dance and freeze, or throw this up and then they freeze when it hits the ground, that's a good thing. And then the last thing I have to share with you, I just love these. I learned this idea when I was in Fairbanks, Alaska. You can buy these therapy bands at different stores. Just look online and you can buy a whole roll for like $12 or something. And if you will cut the therapy bands in about 24-inch sections, and then cut each of those in half, so the strips are like this. The real thick one is a little too hard for their hands and muscles, but this is just about the right tension here. And so they can use these for a brain break. But look how you can use these. You can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or you could count by 5s or 10s, or the older kids, different multiples. You could use these for phonological awareness, for stretching out words. Dog. That would be fun to do with sight words or with your word wall words. You can also use this for doing ABCs. A, B, C, D. They can stretch this above their head. They can stretch it behind them. They can put one hand behind and stretch like this. There's a lot of different stretching activities that you can do with these therapy bands as children practice saying the days of the week, the months of the year, any skill that you want to reinforce. So I like this because I think I would be getting some exercise along with my children at the same time, which was always be a good thing. So I hope you have a great day. Kiss your brains.